All right, folks, welcome to the Marketplace Show Reset and Jumpstart. I'm Anthony Weeks, executive producer and host of the Marketplace Reset Show. This is segment number 2 on business, economy, and public policy. Welcome to the program. So we have a special program lined up for you this afternoon on segment number 2. This is going to be a special broadcast presentation looking at Taiwan in review, spanning from 2017 to present day 2021. It has been a year and a half since I have pretty much effectively have not been able to travel. And prior to that, I was traveling quite extensively to the Far East Asian Pacific region in terms of my duties and relationship to foster and help facilitate better, stronger economic ties and educational cultural ties between ourselves, the United States, particularly U.S. Virgin Islands, and Taiwan and the Asian Pacific region. Now, prior to the pandemic, we were on we were at the point where we've put in place the building blocks to be able to advance that relationship. And so today's broadcast presentation, you'll be able to go behind the scenes and see some of the footage that have not been shown before. It will be the first time we are sharing these footage with you. These are footages that I have videotaped while we were in Taiwan to capture just the scene and the environment in Taiwan and just really the experience we've had and the people we've engaged. But prior to that, we were before the pandemic, we were basically clearly proceeding, forging ahead, moving forward, and deepening the ties. And we were contemplating establishing a U.S. Virgin Islands Trade and Investment office in Taiwan, and that office would have served the entire Indo-Pacific Asian region. It would have given us a good foothold in that region. Now, obviously, if the U.S. Virgin Islands, being part of the Caribbean and the rest of the Americas region, if we're going to unlock the economic opportunities in Central America and the Caribbean, a lot of that is going to, some of those things are going to be realized in forging a relationship in markets in Asia. And Taiwan is going to play a very important role in that endeavor. I penned a recent article on the U.S.-Taiwan relationship because the Taiwan proposal, the bilateral trade agreement, the BTA, is making its way through the halls of Congress and to be approved between Taiwan and United States. So I penned an article on that to really highlight where the opportunities are. But the next article I will be penning is on the educational component between the United States and Taiwan and how important that exchange is in terms of education. And so I felt it would be fitting to be able to provide a review of what has happened, what has transpired over a 4-year period, starting at 2021. It's going to be in part 1. This segment is part 1. And segment is part 2, which comes up on segment number 3 at 2:30 on the technology and e-commerce tech talk segment. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start off with the recent Director General, David Chen, he had served as Director General. He's no longer in that post, and he's been replaced by his successor. But you'll get an opportunity to hear myself and David chat a little bit about a couple of issues. And we hope that the information that we share with you will help shine some light on where things are and where some of the things that he did accomplish during the time he was at the TECO office in Miami. All right, so let's go straight to that tape, and we'll hear from David in terms of what he basically had to say in terms of when he talked about facilitating 20,000 facial masks to the U.S. Virgin Islands, and as well as some of the other things as well that we worked on. Here we go.
Hello, my dear friend. It's my pleasure to be with you today. The pandemic COVID-19 is the global historical tragedy. It's the crisis for human beings. As of today, there are over 70 confirmed cases, with some casualties reported in U.S. Virgin Islands. We mourn alongside those who have lost their loved ones. We send our prayers for the recovery of all who are still sick. The United States is Taiwan's partner, strategically and economically. U.S. Virgin Islands has a long-standing friendship with Taiwan. Virus knows no boundary. Taiwan can help, and it's helping its international friends. We understand and sympathize with the suffering of the people in U.S. Virgin Islands. Today, on behalf of the Taipei Economic Cultural Office in Miami, which represents the interests of Taiwan's government and the people, I would like to donate 20,000 face masks to the government of U.S. Virgin Islands. We sincerely hope those face masks could help the frontline medical responders and the healthcare workers combat the threat of the novel coronavirus. And sincerely hope the pandemic will disappear and our life could go back to on track as soon as possible. I wish you good health and happiness. Thank you so much.
All right, coming up next, my interview with David Chen.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to the Economic Roundtable and the Marketplace. This is Anthony Weeks. I am on location here in Coral Gables, Florida, and I am delighted to have this opportunity to be able to sit down and welcome the new Director General of the Taipei Economic Cultural Office here in Miami. He is the successor to Philip Wang, who served this office honorably, and I look forward to the opportunity to be able to develop and continue the, if you will, the mission to be able to build better relationship and cooperation between Taiwan and the United States. This is Anthony Weeks, and I'm going to have an opportunity to engage the new Director General, David Chen, who is going to be responsible for leading this agency for the foreseeable future on the issue of economics, culture, and other opportunities as well. And I'm delighted because I'm able to look at where we can find synergy to work together in order to achieve that objective. I recently returned, I traveled to Taiwan, Taipei, with my colleagues. There was a Virgin Islands delegation that went to Taipei to attend the Taipei Smart City Summit and Expo 2018. It was my first time venturing on the other side of the world. It was a tremendous experience, and I learned a lot. It opened my eyes to what I believe is going to be just a tremendous opportunity. Interview, you will have an opportunity to get to meet the new Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office here in Miami. Good afternoon, David.
Good afternoon, Anthony.
How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the United States.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And I am really excited about this opportunity for you and I to kind of just chat a little bit.
Me too. Yeah.
On a very important matter.
Okay.
The issue of health.
Mm-hmm.
Health is, doesn't matter what your nationality is, what your race is,
Yes.
you know, where you are on this planet, you know, the right for decent, good health
Yeah.
is paramount,
Yeah, right.
okay? And no one should ever be denied the opportunity or the right to get the best standard
Yes.
and quality health care.
Yeah.
And so today, I want to be able to kind of use this opportunity to talk a little bit about a current issue,
Yes.
that one of the things you're going to have to try to, in your capacity, try to assist in dealing with this issue. There's some questions that have been prepared,
Okay.
and hopefully I'd like to be able to get some answers from you
Okay.
as to what the position is
Sure.
of the Taiwan.
Yes.
The questions obviously that will be presented, and David Chen is going to respond with a written statement in terms of the position of Taiwan. All right. So, question number one, David. Do you mind me calling you David? I'm
Sure,
David.
Anthony. That's my pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the issue at hand, because this will help the public to understand what's really happening.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question we'd like to examine is number one. Taiwan was invited to the annual World Health Assembly as an observer from 2009 to 2016.
Yes.
Unfortunately, since 2017, Taiwan hasn't been invited to the World Health Assembly.
Yes.
Despite the support of several countries, in particular the United States, today Taiwan are very honored to invite the new Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Miami, Mr. David Chen, which is you,
Yeah.
to talk about Taiwan's famous national health insurance program and the contribution of Taiwan to world health.
Okay.
What do you say in response to this question?
Okay. First of all, the World Health Organization Constitution states that in enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being, without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic or social conditions. In Taiwan, this principle is realized through the National Health Insurance, which is NHI, program launched by the Ministry of Health and Welfare in 1995, and it's based on the principle of leaving no one behind. It is a compulsory single-payer social insurance plan covering virtually every citizen and foreign resident. And it offers convenient access to dental care, prescription medication, Western and traditional Chinese treatments at affordable prices. Users are free to choose doctors and hospitals, enjoy short wait times, and seek for a specialty care without referral. Second, Taiwan has a great deal of experience in building and maintaining a universal health insurance system. From service provider management to financing and coping with social economic change. We believe that Taiwan's healthcare system can serve as a model for all the other countries. Taiwan has a constructive role to play in creating a robust global health network, and the best way to share our experience with other countries is through participation in the World Health Assembly and the WHO.
You know, I want to thank you for that, because as I listen to your statement, I hear a lot of similarity to Taiwan's position through other countries throughout the world in terms of healthcare for all, universal healthcare, making healthcare accessible. And so this is a good thing in terms of, you know, how you want to participate in Taiwan would participate in the upcoming Geneva
Yes.
World Health Organization
Yes.
forum that's taking place this year.
Yeah.
And so I want to commend you for that and the position you've taken in that regard. Number two,
Yeah.
as I know, Taiwan is seeking for a meaningful participation in the 71st World Health Assembly that will take place in Geneva from May 21st to 26th of this year. I would like to know, why does Taiwan want to participate in the World Health Assembly, and why should the World Health Assembly accept Taiwan?
Okay, thank you, Anthony. If the idea of health for all is taken seriously, then the factual lockout of more than 23 million Taiwanese people from the WHO is not acceptable. This creates serious gaps in the global health security system and threatens people's right to health. In recent years, Taiwan has successfully transformed its role on the international stage from aid recipient to assistance provider. It has established a comprehensive disease prevention system and organized numerous training workshops aimed at building capacity to prevent, such as Ebola, MERS, dengue fever, and Zika in the Asian Pacific and Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, Taiwan needs the WHO to protect the health of its own people as well as those in the region and the entire world. Through its participation in the WHA and the WHO, it could share its experience with other countries, make timely reporting and acquire information on diseases, and play a constructive role in global health protection. This would create a win-win scenario for Taiwan, the WHO, and the whole world community.
And certainly this can only happen if Taiwan is given an opportunity to participate, to be able to present your thoughts and ideas and what you believe Taiwan can do to make a difference in the healthcare space. And obviously, if you're not there, you will not have that opportunity to be able to advance that. And so it makes a lot of sense for you to want to be there. After all, if the World Health Organization and the World Health Assembly Organization is true to their constitution, okay, they will not deny Taiwan an opportunity to participate. Based on the constitution of the WHA and WHO. So thank you for that and clearing that up. And finally, what are the consequences if Taiwan is excluded from the World Health Organization?
Yes, thank you. In a globalized world, it is important for countries to work together, overcome all their healthcare challenges. Taiwan is seeking assistance from its allies and the United States, has been a long-time supporter of Taiwan. We really appreciate it. Taiwan is more than willing to send our health personnel to help contain severe outbreaks in the international community. It is important to share experiences and get information about diseases, and it is the WHO's responsibility to further the dissemination of information with all parties involved. Leaving Taiwan behind means leaving out its 23 million people's right to health, and it creates a gap in the global epidemic prevention network.
I want to thank you for that, and I think this is the official statement, obviously, that you've shared with the audience. And it's important for folks to understand that clearly this is a very serious matter. And one begs to ask the question. The question that one begs to ask is the World Health Organization, are they contradicting their own constitution based on what they believe and their position as it relates to the world healthcare system, the issue of health throughout the world, and the Constitution? Are they contradicting their own policy and Constitution? And second, it sounds to me, and I stand to be corrected, the question I beg to ask, is there a double standard? Is there a double standard on the position that the United Nations World Health Organization and World Health Assembly is taking in this process? This is to be examined closely. This is a serious matter, and we need to be able to remove politics from the equation. And this is an opportunity to be able to share with you the official statement by the Taiwanese office here in Miami. And I want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity to tune in, and to us, to David, to be able to have this discourse and conversation. Thank you for sharing that information with our audience. Yeah. And I want to extend best wishes and much success, and hope to that the better heads will prevail, and Taiwan will be at the 71st World Health Assembly in Geneva this year, from May 21st to May 26th. And I will be keeping a look and following the progress very closely.
Okay.
This is Anthony Weeks for the Economic Roundtable and the Marketplace. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, that was the former executive director, director general, for the at the Taiwan Taipei Economic Cultural Office in Coral Gables, and he's no longer in that post, but clearly the work continues for that office. Coming up next is the presentation by former Senator, U.S. Virgin Islands Senator Myron Jackson, when he was in the Senate and he was the president of the Senate. He co-led the delegation, the first delegation over to Taiwan. I represented the private sector, and Senator Myron Jackson, former President Myron Jackson, represented the government in his official capacity. But before I do, I want to share with you, if you will, some images. I will share those images after we hear from former Senate President Myron Jackson when he presented in Taiwan at the Mayor's Summit at this event.
From this history, we are here today. This marks the 101 observance of the sale and transfer of the former Danish West Indies to the United States of America. Purchased by the United States for a strategic location and military purposes. For the last 350 years, we have been a free port for trade and commerce. Our historic 17th and 18th century towns and ports are world-renowned. Our proximity to the Panama Canal and our unique positioning as a gateway to the Americas provide awesome potentials. Enacting policy over the last 100 years provided that the Virgin Islands continues to be a premier destination for tourism, industry, business, and tax exemption designation. We benefit from the Jones Act exemption that allows for global shipping into the territory, from Asia into the United States, the Caribbean, and the Americas, and could possibly be a warehousing distribution in the Pan-American region. We are an important and strategic underwater cable landing site for telecommunications for Global Crossing network in the island of St. Croix. We have created policies for investing in our territory with the federal assistance of infrastructure from bandwidth and fiber optics have been advanced. We desire to advance our existing agricultural markets and food sustainability as we import our food from the United States. We still have many challenges in fulfilling our full potential. With me today are delegates representing government and private sectors under the banner of Smart Island Initiative, who are committed to advancing the territory in information technology and sustainable development. On September 2017, exactly 6 months ago, the territory was ravaged by 2 Category 5 hurricanes, 12 days apart, with speeds in excess of 280 miles per hour. This is unprecedented and never occurred within the record of modern history of our region. Month by month, our restoration effort speaks to the resiliency of our people, the people from the Virgin Islands. However, the road to full recovery will be challenging and collaborative efforts are necessary. We are convinced that the Smart City initiatives are the path to our sustainable development and future. As we attend this conference and embrace the vision of Go Smart, we welcome new opportunities of collaboration and advance as a framework for future generations to grasp in being industry leaders and pioneers in suitable technology advancement within our region. Due to our unique political and geographic positioning, we desire a unique and distinctive approach to future sustainable developments and multi-international efforts that can forge a stronger relationship than ever before and bring together our regions as we advance technologically opportunities on behalf of the advancement of our communities. As Virgin Islanders, we are ready to meet today and tomorrow's challenges with you with optimism and urgency. We understand that the world has changed and we understand our place within it. We have always been global and progressive leaders. We have given the world much from our intellectual and creative capacities. Today we move our territory into prosperity and smart growth. We have a significant opportunity to recover an immense cash injection in support of our recovery from the United States of America. We are here to learn, partner, and find the smart applications suited to enabling our Virgin Islands to obtain the very best of the world's technology that will foster a sustainable environment, opportunities for our children, businesses, companies, institutions, and other stakeholders benefiting from smart city initiatives and the possibilities that Asia offers for production, investment, markets, research, collaboration, and cultural exchange. In closing, I leave you with the proverbial African Ghanaian word, sankofa, which means go back and fetch it. It is symbolized with the bird reaching back towards its tail with a golden egg in its mouth. This proverb believes that the past serves as a guide for planning the future. It is in this wisdom that learning from the past ensures a strong future. There must be movement and new learning as time passes. As this forward march proceeds, the knowledge of the past must be never forgotten. Go smart. We thank you for the invitation and the fruits that this will bear from this laudable initiative. Sheshe.
All right, that was former Senate President Myron Jackson. He was part of the first delegation from the U.S. Virgin Islands taking the trip over to Taiwan. For just as a point of reference, the flight from the United States to Taiwan is about 14 hours nonstop. Again, to travel from the United States, the U.S. mainland, to Taiwan is about 14 hours. And when you add leaving the Virgin Islands to come to the U.S. mainland to take a connecting flight, all in all, you have about 16 hours of flying time, or 17 hours, just to round it off, if you will. Now, what we're looking at here is some images that were captured during the time that we have traveled or have gone to Taiwan for various missions. And the first image you see here speaks to the issue of I was part of an international press forum to speak, invited by the guests by Minister of Foreign Affairs, Joseph Wu. And the image that you're looking at is where there were a series of meetings that were broken up. And the meeting, I led the group, the international group, which included countries like Austria, the Czech Republic, Canada, France, Italy, Netherlands, and Switzerland. This international, I represented the United States, not just the U.S. Virgin Islands, but I represented our country at this international forum of press to have a conversation with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, where they shared their economic and political policy position going forward. And so at the photograph you're seeing, for those obviously on the radio, you can't see it, but if you're watching online or watching on television, you'll see the picture of the group, and myself is included. The person in the middle is the Minister of Foreign Affairs in the middle. And you'll see various images of us at the table. On one side was the cabinet members of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And as you can see, there's a image of Joseph Wu. He is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Again, you can have some continued images of us presenting at this meeting. Again, my job, each member of the group had to lead a particular meeting, and my job was to lead this meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Joseph Wu. And again, you're just seeing images behind the scene. This next photograph is us meeting with the Taiwan Foundation for Democracy. You see us there standing with the director of the foundation, and you see me there with my colleagues contemplating the issues and discussion at hand. Then we have the Council for External Affairs representing Taiwan's interests in mainland China, and we met with the secretary for that agency as well, and you can see me there with my colleagues with that agency head. Also, we met with the version of the U.S. version of the EPA. This is an image of us meeting with the Taiwanese version of the Environmental Protection Agency. This is a photograph of us standing on the platform, waiting to travel on the bullet train. It was my first time ever experiencing the bullet train, and we went because we were going from one city to the next. We traveled on the bullet train to get to our destination. This next image refers to when the first agreement signed between the United States Virgin Islands and Taiwan. This first initiative or first agreement allowed for U.S. Virgin Islanders traveling to Taiwan, and if they wanted to obtain a Taiwanese driver's license, they were able to do so by virtue of this agreement, and vice versa. Taiwanese come into the Virgin Islands either for investment, work, or study, and they wanted to obtain a Virgin Islands license. They were able to do that, and you can see us sitting there with the governor and his cabinet staff, and the person who was acting as the Bureau of Motor Vehicles who signed the agreement. You see also Senator Kirk Violet in the photograph as well. And Neville Francis was also there. He's not in the shot, but he was there. You can see the top of his head. There's a photograph of Governor Albert Ryan Jr. Holding the document, the official document representing that agreement. Then we have me meeting with the association, that the nonprofit organization that is responsible for representing Taiwanese businesses in Taiwan and globally. Their job is to match Taiwanese companies with foreign companies to do business together in Taiwan or do business externally. As you can see, that we have members of the University of the Virgin Islands Research and Technology Park, the CEO, Peter Chapman and Eric Saunier, and we have Sydney Paul. We had John Clendenin, and we had Don. What's Don's last name? I don't remember his last name, but we're in this meeting with them as well. Here are some historical sites that you can look at. This beautiful building, is called the National Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall in Taiwan. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful structure. Next one is called the Gate of Liberty Square in Taiwan, and this one is, excuse me, this is the gate. This is called the Gate of Liberty Square in Zhongcheng District, Taipei, Taiwan. And then finally, you have the National Concert Hall that you will also see in the background as well. One of the pride and joy of Taiwan is their modern structure. It's the tallest building in Taiwan. It's called Taipei 101. It symbolizes the advancement, innovation of their society, and it stands tall as a reminder of where they've come from and where they are in terms of that structure and what it meant as a symbol. This is called the Grand Hotel. That is a historic site, is a major tourism landmark in Taiwan. That's where we stayed as a delegation. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful property. Here is me standing looking at an aerial shot of the cluster of technology companies in Taiwan, and we had an opportunity to tour the different area as well. The second agreement that was signed was the economic resolution between the United States Virgin Islands and the Virgin Islands government. You see a picture of the governor, Senator Kurt Violet, Senator Novel Francis, members, you have Director General Davis Chen, and you have former EDA director. You had Kamal in the photograph, and some businessmen of Taiwanese companies as well. Former Senator Samuel Sanders, and we have David Bourne in the photograph as well. This photograph highlights and show Claire Chen. Claire Chen is the person assigned to the U.S. Virgin Islands. She is the consulate for working with the U.S. Virgin Islands. And then you also have members who are in the audience standing by during the presentation and the signing of as well. And you have there's the resolution, the formal resolution from the governor. The governor is holding the resolution, and former Senate President Noel Francis and Director General David Chen. Here's a photograph of myself, Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, and Director General David Chen at the Business Attraction Summit hosted by the UVI Research and Technology Park, and it was the reception that took place that evening. And here is the welcoming banner by the Research and Technology Park of the representative of Taiwan as well. All right, so what I'd like to do next is take a look at the tour, take you to, if you will, a little bit of some of the tours that we did. And one of the tours we took is a secret tunnel. Well, no longer secret, but it used to be a secret tunnel called the Grand Hotel Secret East Tunnel, and it is literally it's a secret underground passage located in the east wing of the the Grand Hotel in Taipei opened to visitors for the first time over the 5 decades since its construction. The 67-meter passage, according to the hotel, was built during the hotel's refurbishment in 1970 to serve as the evacuation tunnel for the late President Chiang Kai-shek, who ruled the Republic of China, Taiwan, until 1975. 2 secret underground passages were built, one on the east side and the other on the west side of the building, with the latter opening to the public from September 2019. The East Passage contained 84 steps and was deliberately designed to spiral underground rather than going into a straight line in order to slow an enemy chase and to avoid the escapee from being hit by bullets fires from a straight distance, the hotel said. So here's the video that I will share with you that will take you on a tour of the actual tunnel itself.
How we tell about the dragon, because the dragon is in cloud. And normally our culture, Chinese dragon, they are 5 clouds. So the only difference is that when you do the form of dragon, and the color of yellow. So on this yellow block, with the dragon flying. Because the dragon in our culture is God. So emperor thing we feel God. So you can use the dragon. If you are citizen or you are government, you wear a yellow robe and you use the dragon, you will be erased. So what the difference is that the emperor himself uses the dragon with 5 colors. So if he's younger or older brother, they are teeth, they are like, so they use the dragon with 4 colors. And Vietnam, Korea, and Japan, their king was assigned by the Chinese emperor. So their dragon is 6 colors. So another story is that because it's made from brass. So after the World War II, the Japanese soldiers, they retreat back to mainland Japan. They try to take this away. Because the brass, you can mill it to make it white. Because after World War II, they need every resource they can get. But they cut the dragon into pieces. So it's easier for them to take the dragon back to shipping back to mainland Japan. But it was stuck. They were stuck by the Chinese soldier. So we keep it, but the dragon was cut into pieces. It's really hard for us to mill it back to a new one, or we try to pick it. We try to make it look as old as possible and original. So the designer of the hotel I should find a way to do. It makes a box stand, and you can see here's the tail of the dragon. This is and then another part of the dragon of the body, and then the front of the chest, and it's the whole dragon. So if we make the dragon like coming out from a mountain, flying to the sky, so we make it window. Because we cannot put it together in one piece. So he designed this one, like a dragon flying out from the rock. to have some fish here, but because people keep drilling coal in there, so it keep kills fish, so we lose all the fish. And if you don't mind, look half down there, I'm going to take out my coal. Do you have? So you are ready. So before we go down, show you for that the tunnel is gonna be slow, just like 20 meters, and because they are very narrow. So when you go down, you try to grab something. Okay. When I go older, I'll do the side. Okay. Well, unfortunately, it's like not at all. Because somebody hurt his, because somebody hurt his back before. So, and for that. Well, we broke the jacket for
Which politician has been done by
他们下去觉得很远，怎么上来能那么近？
Well. So, where do you spend the summer? I would guess Afghanistan.
No. I spent the summer in mostly India.
And I'm sorry, I'm not with you because I'm claustrophobic and I can feel it. So enjoy it.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Body address.
Okay.
Thank you. But because when we build the tunnel, the main point is that try to evaluate the important gas.
Just take a slide.
Yeah, come down.
As soon as possible because it's a lot of outlets. So we build a slide for them to evaluate faster. So the bodyguard will catch their master. Yes.
We will catch you.
Left and right.
Who was it built for?
Normally, before the ideally for our president and the important guests, maybe foreigner ambassadors, because we was in a fight between China and Taiwan. So we always think they are going to airstrike us or maybe nuclear attack. So we build this thing. So this is reinforced concrete. So ideally can absorb the nuclear shock wave back 40 years ago. Now, no. So right now we use this thing as maybe earthquake because Taiwan has a lot of earthquake. So when earthquake happen, people can use this route to evacuate upstairs. It will be faster. Yeah.
What about the King of Tonga?
Well, no. I think that he was stuck. He was stuck. So I think that he probably will use the front door.
They will roll it down.
Including the land. To public up to 3 years ago. And now we only use it for emergency and for tourism.
Do you use it for tours and
Emergency, yeah. But fortunately, we never use it for emergency. Only to make money.
Sorry, can you one moment? This is your Thank you. Another one?
And at the end there is a gate, a door, or is there open
At
space?
the end will be a door.
Come on. This is
Yeah.
you're the most beautiful shot.
What about claustrophobia?
I'm fighting with myself. I'm sorry.
He's
are we
filming
going
all of it.
Further?
Yes. Are you
Or
maybe.
30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds.
I am mistaken.
I'm sorry. Claustrophobic. And then 30 seconds.
Can you please move on?
You two are dying here. So,
I mean, as a matter of fact,
Yes.
Get here and you go, oh,
Yeah.
locked door.
No worry.
You don't like it so much.
You can turn the door open from inside, but not outside. So you can hear the water running like outside the park. When you walk in the park, you couldn't see the entrance because we try to hide it. So when you push out the door, you can see two concrete stairs. You go up the stair, here's a brush and a small pool. When you cross the pool, you into the edge of the park. Yeah, then we try to hide it. And here's a trigger alarm. So when you open the brush door, it will automatically notice the local fire department and the going to grab them. Because when you open this it means trouble, so they will come over to help.
We should call them, right?
All right, so folks, that was segment number 2 on part 2 of our review of Taiwan in terms of what has transpired over the 3-4 years that we have our activities in terms of our mission, in terms of economic development and cultural and education. And so coming up next is part number 2 on segment number 3. Part 2 will highlight the education side of things. I took the folks from the University of the Virgin Islands Research and Technology Park, and we're going to get into some of the educational stuff as well on the third segment as well. So we'll be right back, and this has been the part 1 of segment number 2 on the marketplace reset and on our review of Taiwan from 2017 to 2021. We'll be right back with segment number 3.